Question number 5, Jacqui Dean. Question number 5, Jacqui Dean.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Tertiary Education, Skills and Employment, and asks, what recent reports has he received on actual and forecast job growth?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, today the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment released its short-term employment forecast for 2016 to 19, and they predict 148,000 additional new jobs will be created over the next 3 years through employment growth of an average of 2.1% annually over that period. This is broadly consistent with the recent forecast by the Reserve Bank of 146,000 in the same period. This strong forecast builds off the latest Household Labour Force survey, which showed 175,000 additional jobs were created over the last 3 years. It is encouraging to see robust job growth set to continue across the country. It shows the work the government is doing to maintain a strong and stable macroeconomic framework and develop microeconomic with the business growth agenda is delivering growth that will have positive effects.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jacqui Dean.
Thank you. To the Minister, where is growth expected?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Job growth is expected, Mr Speaker, to be widespread, with employment growth rates forecast to be highest in the South Island, particularly in Marlborough, the West Coast and Otago, over the next 3-year period. In terms of net job numbers, Auckland and Canterbury will add the most workers respectively by 2019. Across industries, strongest job growth over the 3 years is expected in construction, hospitality, wholesale and retail trade and business services. While much of the employment growth over the next 3 years will be in highly skilled occupations, opportunities for lower skilled workers are forecast to account for around 30% of that growth.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jacqui Dean.
Thank you. To the Minister, what reports has he seen on approaches that would halt job growth?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, I've recently seen a number of reports that would remove incentives to work by significantly increasing personal tax rates. I've even recently seen some recommendations by various international commentators for some sort of universal basic income in New Zealand. It's a very 1970s approach which would remove the linkages between work and income and encourage people not to work. This would have a negative effect on employment growth. It's also a little ironic to note this recommendation is coming from international experts visiting New Zealand, as New Zealand has the 3rd highest rate of employment and the 3rd highest rate of labour market participation in the OECD. So you think perhaps they might come here to see what we've actually been doing that could be right.
Question number 6,